My name is Deb Roy, and I direct the Center for Constructive Communication. I've spent the last 15 years developing technology and methods to studying social media, and it's become increasingly clear that social media is actually driving up toxic polarization and social fragmentation, and in many ways threatening the underpinnings of trust that we need for a functioning democracy. If you look at what's happening across most of the social media platforms, there's a similar pattern in that the most extreme and polarizing voices have taken over a lot of spaces, leaving very little room for listening and for nuance. And yet, many of us are still in these spaces, observing what are often angry and kind of extreme points of view that are actually the kind of content that gets promoted most easily by these platforms, that are actually optimized for engagement, often addiction, and the bottom line of kind of creating a profitable platform. I have no problem with a platform like that when it's used for entertainment, but when our civic and political life get entangled in this kind of dynamic, that is actually doing now, I think, real harm to some of the needs that we have for a functioning democracy. So one area is to study and build tools for reflection around social media and media environments. And the other major area in the center is to design alternatives. And we have one major effort in creating what we call a social dialogue platform. So the way we are trying to develop new options is we've actually gone to what you might call ancient wisdoms. There are a lot of practices in cultures around the world for creating environments where people can have constructive conversations when there's conflict, when there's distrust, when there's distance between groups. So we've tapped into some of those ancient wisdoms, and we are using them to guide the development and the evaluation and the iteration of modern technology. We have spent a lot of time over the last few years learning from facilitated dialogue experts how to design prompts, conversation prompts, that in particular foster the sharing of experiences. One of the things that we have found in our work, it's a little bit paradoxical, but if you want to understand how to make better decisions that affect people's lives, don't ask them for their opinions. Instead, ask them about their experiences as it relates to the issue or the topic of interest. Something fundamental shifts when people actually are asked for their personal experiences and when they listen to the experiences of others, where hearing opinions and facts can actually drive people apart. Even when people have very different perspectives, very different opinions, when they hear the experience of others, respect and trust and empathy all go up. And so we have taken some of those ideas that come from often ancient practices, and we've been designing a set of technologies so that small groups can get together in person around an audio hardware device we've created, where the hardware becomes a bridge to this extended digital space, or over a video conference call, or over a mobile app that we're now developing. All of these are ways to bring small facilitated group dialogue into contact with technology. And then the technology can provide various ways to extend and enhance and create networks of conversations that start to take on interesting scale. We actually would like to see not just our research demonstration in the laboratory, but to be able to put that tool into the hands of a partner who, in their actual communication needs, can improve their ability to reach across divides using one of our tools.